malayo siya sa tawag dito sa
City.
Hindi, malayo siya sa Mount
Sa
Samat,
bundok. Oh.
'di ba? So si Mount Samat nahaharang niya kaya pagdating sa Balanga, mahina yung ulan.
Oh, tapos sa abukay ni ano. Gagi, live
Oy!
na tayo. Magandang gabi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Magandang gabi. Welcome ulit
Sa Blood, Sweat, Tears, Vomit.
Yan. Ako ulit si Inno Santos ng Slodo at Godzilla vs. Tokyo.
At ako naman si Wayo ng Slowdo. At ito ang ating episode
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Oo, kasi
Taka na Friday, men.
Kasi dumalawa tayo. Kahapon kasi wala si Josh dahil busy sa business. Tapos si Sherry nandito. Wala, nagkatarantaduhan. As usual. Mag-share. Hindi. Oh. Kay Josh. Oh, bumubulong.
Totoo naman, pare.
Bumubulong siya.
I would agree. I would agree.
Bumubulong siya. Oh,
that boy really knows how to dress, no?
Nagsiset up ako dito, pare. Bumubulong. Palitan ko na kasi si Josh. Pero pabiro. Sinisiko kong ganito. Lakas ang tama mo.
O sige, paki-comment na lang if you want Sheru or Wayo. Ano natin? Sige, kung sino papalitan sa amin pala dito.
Pero sinabi ko nga kay Sheru bukas, sumama ka na rin. Kako,
kulang tayo ng mic.
Yun nga Hindi, tsaka akala ko kasi, baka hindi rin matuloy yung guest ngayon. Si ano nga pala?
Si Sir Kevin Luna.
Sir Kevin
ang makakausap natin. Ang magiging usapan natin is about, kasi si Kevin Luna, ano siya he's an international artist.
From US.
Sa stage siya, nagtutour, nagpa-front kila December Avenue, I believe noon.
Washington,
Sandwich.
D.C.
Taga-Washington. So, mapapag-usapan natin yung buhay musikero abroad.
Yan,
right? So, pero before we get to that, ano balita sa'yo, boy? Kumusta ka?
Safe lang.
Takin na stressed kayo?
Lahat tayo, gago. Wala naman
Ulol, ikaw?
Hindi. Gago. Pero safe lang. Lahat naman tayo sa ngayon Pero ano naman siya cycle naman siya Kasi tulad kagabi, in-explain namin yung pag alam mo na yung template ng BSTV mo sa sarili mo.
Oo.
Alam mo bukas, okay ka na, gano'n. Alam mo, parang gano'n ba? Ano siya? Tears ngayon to, vomit na bukas, yes. Parang gano'n.
Mismo.
So, normal lang.
Actually, ito, makwento ko lang kasi galing kami ni Regina sa Wise Inc. Shoutout kila Jolo ng Wise Inc. Wise Bulacan.
Wise Bulacan.
Kakagaling lang namin doon. Nag-ayos kami ng mga tie-dye shirts for CLMR, right? Kasi yun yung bagong brand na hinahawakan namin ni Regina ngayon. And then ito, si Jolo, nabanggit niya na goods yung ginagawa mo. Pero kailangan pa namin ikaw ma-push pa.
Oo naman.
That's why next meeting, you have to be there.
Yun nga parang sabi ko si Baldi nag-send. Parang sayang, dapat pala sumama ako. Sabi ko kay...
Pero proud siya sa'yo, man. Sobrang nabanggit niya, goods daw yung ginagawa mo. Pero you need a little more push daw.
Thank you kay Jolo. Ayan, si kay Jolo, isa yan sa mga audits na legit namin.
Mentor natin.
Mentor namin sa Bulacan yan.
Mismo.
At saka, masunyan pa.
Kumakatok pa lang.
Sabi niya. Sabi niya.
Pero ano yan, astig yun si Jolo tsaka si Boss A.
Si Boss A din.
Sila mag-asawa na...
Iba yung attitude nila pag...
Kaya ako din sinama si Regina, sabi ko, babe, tayo na, kailangan mo makausap sila Jolo para malaman. Kasi sila mag-asawa, na-build nila yung Wise yung Wise Inc.
Silang dalawa nagtulungan talaga. Kahit ang daming ng bullshit sa kanila before, di ba? Pero
hanggang ngayon, meron pa rin. Pero tayo na, going strong pa rin yung business nila, man.
Sila yung isa sa mga taong nakakausap natin na kain tayo dito and then sa next table, seryoso na. Pag business, mapapansin mo yung, oh shit, hindi sila mag-asawa doon. Alam mo yun, pero sobrang talino din. Ang galing ng mag-asawa.
Ang napakasarap lang makausap yung mga ganun na tao, man. Kasi, ano yun parang pupasok ka sa school, ganun.
Mamsi.
Na, tangin na, may natutunan ka talaga.
Kasi sa edad natin, parang... Ito na yung school natin Kumbaga, yung mga
ilan taon ka na ba?
21.
Yes!
Gago, 21 na ako. Ay, 29 pala. 21 ako.
29 ka na, gagi.
29 na ako.
This December, Ako magta-30 na ako. Na. Pero, iyon nga.
Safe lang.
Para ma-share lang din namin sa inyo, kami dito sa Slowdo, kami magkakabanda and we're really working towards yung pagiging 32 natin.
Yan.
Yun yung pinaghahandaan natin. Pagdating ng 32, dapat may mga na-achieve na tayo in terms of business, music, career.
May kotse na kami.
Ayun mismo. Hindi na tayo nakikinood ng TV sa kapitbahay, gano'n.
Oo nga. Gago. Pero semi-ganun nga.
mismo.
Semi-ganun.
Kumbaga gusto namin mag-upgrade. And then, para makapag-upgrade kami, kailangan namin makisama o sumama sa mga taong ganun din yung mindset.
Hindi, tsaka na-attract din natin kasi syempre yun yung gusto natin, di ba?
Mismo.
Example si Kuya Felix. Hindi ko naman na-expect
Yun, gusto ko makausap si Ninong
Ako
din,
din.
pare.
Gusto ko maging
Kailan
guest
kaya
din
tayo?
yun. Sana.
Doon tayo.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Kailangan-
Si Ate Sheb yung magsasabi sa atin. Di ba,
Ninong!
di ba si Kuya Mil, kay Kuya Felix, di ba? Parang sasabihin si Ate Sheb mag-heads up pag yung
Usap.
dadayo ulit tayo doon. Oo. Yun yung inaantay ko rin. Kasi si Kuya Felix din, iba rin siya kausap. Parang si Kuya Jolly din. Parang sila Kuya Benji din. Yes, ito si Dad. Si Charlotte kay Pepito Trinidad. Ang daddy ko sa sa UrbanBliss TV studio. Yan. Shoutout sa mga nakakausap. Madami. Kahit nga yung mga halos kaedad natin, doon ako na-amaze tol. Sa mga kaedad natin. Example yan, sila Mau, sila Boss D. Yan, mga kaedaran lang natin yun.
Pero tangina, grabe yung banat nila, di ba?
Hindi, dahil
pinaghirapan din nila yan.
talagang ginugol din nila yung oras
yung right choices at the right time yung ginawa nila, men eh. Tangina. Pero yung mga yun, from zero yung mga yun, tol. Putangina. Boss Bam, isa pa yun.
Yan, si Boss Bam din.
Tangina.
Legit.
Tapos, tingnan mo, sobrang established ng mga nasimulan nila. So, yun nga, guys, kami ni Inno, kami dito sa Slowdog, ganun yung hinahangad namin. That's what we want to happen now. We want to...
yun yung minamanifest namin.
gusto namin ng...
Sana kayo din.
Oo. Kayo kung... Boss Peps, ano ba sixth man or fifth man? Ano tawag doon? Yung parang yung sixth man theory. Yung sa 5 mong kaibigan. Sixth man ba yun? Correct. Pa-correct na lang guys, no? If it's sixth man or fifth man. Basta yung teorya daw na yun is kung ano yung 5 mong kaibigan, yun daw yung magiging ikaw. Yung kung ano yung 5 tao na lagi mong kasama, yun naman yung magiging ikaw.
Kaya pala.
Joke lang. Kung yung 5 yan pa yan.
Akala natin ginagawa tayo. Hindi na nga ako tatambay dito. Lagi ko nalang kasama si Boss Peps.
Hindi, gago. Ito pare, ma-share ko. Ang 5 tao na nakasama ko, Boss Benji, Boss Peps, Jolo,
sila Boss Bam.
si Boss Bam, si D. Actually, ang dami. More than 5 eh. Pwede kong banggitin lahat eh. Pero, naengganyo ako na parang, tangina, how do these guys make it happen? How do they, nagigets mo, diba? Parang ganun. Tangina. So ako parang, how can I apply that to myself? Dito sa career na pinasok ko, which is music, how can I apply that? And then ngayon, unti-unti, since ito nga, ngayong taon lang nag-start yung mindset kong yun, men, wala pang 1/4 ng taon na ginagawa ko to, pero putang ina, ang daming opportunities na pumapasok, pare. Legit. So, sa lahat dyan, na kung may pinagdadaanan man kayo na mabigat,
Tears lang yan. Vomit na bukas.
get back on that horse, man. No, there is no... all you need to do is damdamin mo muna. If you're feeling sad, angry, damdamin mo muna. Pero wag ka mag-linger dyan. Kasi opportunities come. Opportunities will come the moment you realize your worth.
Wala kasi kung ano talagang gugustuhin mo sa sarili mo. Kunyari, gusto mong maging shit ka lang. Ganun. Wala man, ma-attract mo shit talaga. Man. Maging shit ka talaga mismo. Man. So, ganun lang kasimple yun. Kaya kayo, Gagi, tandaan niyo yung sinabi ko kagabi. Nalasing na ako kakantay sa BSTV. Cheers, Sir Wayo and Sir Inno. Sabi ni Jason na yun. Sorry, tol. Dahil dyan, mag-Gcash ka naman.
Sa mga gusto mong painom dyan, baka naman. Nandyan naman yung Gcash. Kanino Gcash yan? Sa akin?
Sa'yo.
Okay. Ayun, baka ano naman.
Oo nga.
Patulong dyan.
Ito, pag-uusapan natin ngayon yung guest natin na si Kuya Kev. Sir Kev pala, kuya.
Kevin Luna.
Si paring Kev Luna. Pag-uusapan natin yung dun nga sa Washington DC na eksena.
Mismo.
Tapos kanina nakapagkwentuhan na kami kahit papano na nagtutour sila ng 1 buwan. Kasama niyan December.
Sarap nun.
Mamaya pag-uusapan natin.
Lang.
Gagi. Patayan yun.
Para malalaman natin yung buhay nga ng Pinoy musicians
sa
abroad.
ibang bansa.
Oh.
Yun nga,
Doon walang angkas at grab. Walang dapat
tricycle
tour bus talaga.
Walang tricycle doon.
Ayan, malalaman natin yung ganun natin dito. Pero before that, pare, before we welcome our guest, anuhin muna natin yung mga nagko-comment.
Ikaw ba? Kamusta ba yung linggo mo?
Hindi, gago na kumusta mo na ako.
Nawala sa is ko, kakabasa ng mga comment.
Hindi, all good. Productive. May mga ups and downs pa rin. Malapit na ako magpa-therapy na rin. So, everything's looking good, man. Everything's looking good. Medyo, andun pa rin yung mga latak ng dark shit sa utak ko. Pero, as long as Regina and I are just keeping busy sa mga bagay-bagay, it's helping. Pero, yun nga, I'm still looking forward to getting therapy soon.
Good siya.
May mga nako-consider na kaming mga therapists. So, ayun. Mababawasan na yung pagkabaliw ko.
Tapos text na yung mga kabanda niyan.
O di, kung gumana yun sa akin, tangin na, papasok ko sa talaga sa inyo.
Ako si Inno, ako Slodo,
Ako Slodo, hilig ko, Valium.
Gago. Doktor sa akin, bigay Valium, 4 beses. Para ako tulog.
Para ako tigil Valium. Ayun. Pero astig yun sa, ay putang ina. Sa lahat ng mga matatapang dyan na nagpapa-therapy, good job guys. And sa lahat ng mga nagko-consider din, good job. It's right. It is the right choice. It is right to invest on your mental wellness.
Homsim.
And ayun, so basa muna tayo ng comments.
May comment dito si Melvert Jan Bacus. Shoutout from Jensen, Idol Wayo at Idol Inno. Uy, bakit na Jensen? Pagkatapos sa Jensen, dalhin nyo na naman kami sa Davao. Tapos Tagum City, tapos Panabo. Tuloy-tuloy na lahat.
Let's do it. Oo, putang ina, mag-set up na kayo ng events nyo dyan. Tayo na gusto namin dumayo.
Crimson naman ito.
Tayo na Godzilla vs. Tokyo tsaka Slowdo ang dadayo dyan.
Tsaka magsasama pa kami ni iba pang banda. Ito si Kuya Ching, nanonood. Wup, ang aming
beloved bassist, pare. Hindi, nasa ano yan ngayon? Nasa debut.
Rumarakit siya ngayon. Yes,
ayos yan, Butching.
Oo nga pala, magsushoot din pala sila bukas. Ito sabi ni Benjamin Jimenez, sino ba to? Si Goods, I love you broski, sabi ni Benjamin G. Mendez Jr. Sino ba yan?
Ay, gwapo yan, pare. Gwapo yan.
Ito, Slowdo, kailan ulit kayo mag-gig dito sa Iriga?
Ay, wala pang next year siguro.
Pero kayo, bukay ng ano. Let's go.
Maluwag pa yung November namin, guys.
Oo nga, maluwag pa. Ito si Raven Troy De Leon. Uy. Ay. Shoutout sa 33 nanonood. Tsaka yun nga, ulitin namin sa mga bagong manonood dyan. Feeling ko may mga bago dyan. Ang Blood, Sweat, Tears, Vomit, pag-uusapan natin dito yung Blood, Sweat, Tears, Vomit ng isang artist, businessman, sa kahit anong klase.
Industriya.
Oo, nag-guest namin. So, yun.
Yung blood, ano siya, how you started. Yung sweat is how you keep going, what keeps you going. Yung tears ay trials and tribulations, and then yung vomit, yung party life. Right? Yun yung favorite part namin lahat.
States?
From the States. So, dapat mag-English, boss?
Nako.
So, guys,
God damn, I can talk English every time I only talk English when I'm so drunk Can I have some more beer? Sige, Gcash kayo from PayPal. We got PayPal, bro.
Noong nakaraang episode namin na guest namin si Sir JR Oka, ito si Inno, putang ina, panay parinig ng Gcash. Nagpadala tuloy si Ma'am D from Montreal, pare. Nagpadala sa PayPal.
Dollars yung pinadala,
padala
pare.
Siya ng 6K, man.
Gagi, ito si Melbert.
Nagpadala siya ng 6K.
6K ba? Bakit yun lang? Tangina mo, bakit ganun na natanggap ko? Gagot mo.
1K lang inusend ko.
Gago to.
Joke lang, pare. Joke lang.
Ito, Gagi sabi ni Melbert Jan Bacus, from Jensen. Yes, whoop. Yes, whoop whoop. Yes, ginagalawan na nila mga idol. Jensen, no? Woo! Mindanao.
Slow at Jensen. Let's do it.
Kasi to si Pungay Worm, taga Bulacan to, drummer yan at solid supporter din yan. Shoutout sa'yo, tol. Tas si Bonnie. Si Bonnie nanonood.
Nanonood si Bonnie?
Shoutout Bonnie.
Uy, putangin na pare, ikaw. gigest ka namin dito, pare.
Oo, idol ko yan. Solid yan, si Kuya Bonnie.
Bonnie nga, Bonnie
Bonnie
Hipe.
Hakwes, oh.
Oh, Jackes.
Jackes pala.
Oh.
Sorry, Bonnie, sorry, baka magalit ka sa akin.
Akala ko ba idol mo?
Influence na lang. Hindi
Mel, sabi ni Inno, uy, gago si Bonnie nanonood.
Jackwes.
Sabi si Bonnie Hakwes daw.
Jack.
Ito si Jacob Brothers. Mabuhay kayo, mga man.
Hindi, Hipe.
Hipe, oh.
Bonnie
Si hype yan, pare. Ayun, sabi ni Allen Blake, interesting naman pala dito. Aba,
Oh naman, men.
pare.
Oh naman. May laman tayo dito.
Oo.
Mukha lang walang
Wala.
laman.
Pero malaman to, guys. Pero yun nga, shoutout sa 38 na nanonood sa atin.
Astig. Wait lang magpaparefill nga sa
Oo nga,
ako
eh.
para
Si Boss Pep. Yung dad ko nagagalit na to masyado eh. Shoutout kay Bench Salonga. Cheers, Cup. Keep up the good words. Sabi ni... writer yan. Tropa nila Lick yan. Ayan, nila Jim, tsaka nila Aus, GSM.
Okay.
Ito si Bench. Solid yan. Taga Marikina Heights din yan. Si WeDesign. Iriga, Yaman Boards and Brews. Siyempre, si WeDesign, Oceano. Siya ba yung may-ari nun?
Siya ata.
Oo,
Bray
man,
yung
sir.
pangalan ng ano eh. Alam
Shoutout
ko.
sa'yo.
Shoutout sa Yaman Boards and Brew. Yung nakarang gig natin
Solid
doon,
dun,
men. Solid.
Okay din,
Inalagaan talaga tayo ng
Doon ako
malupit.
nakapag-crowd surf, pare. Ay, doon ba yun?
Doon yun.
Doon yun sa pangalawa, di ba?
Doon yun.
Solid doon.
Kaya tayo na kailangan mo. Eramin mo na kasi yung
Wireless.
wireless
Din.
ni Kuya Mab.
Hindi, bibili na
Abang
lang
hindi
ako.
pa tayo.
Kailan ba ilalabas bagong kanta ng Slow Dough? Sabi
October
ni Jason
16.
na yun. Jason na yun nagsabi, October 16, abangan niyo yung RFS namin.
Room full of sinners yung ilalabas natin. Ibang taste ng slow do yun.
Yes. Donyongs,
Ayan.
baka naman.
Baka naman. Ako hindi ko pa natikman yung Donyos.
Kagabi, Donyongs.
Donyons.
Yan. Then, what si Wayo?
Thanks, Deng.
Ayaw mo na. Galit ka sa akin. Pipito ayaw.
So, Donyons,
Isa sa
maraming
handbag.
salamat. Sige, tutugtog kami dyan.
si
Maybe next
Tito,
week,
si
no?
Tito.
Tacos. Quesadilla din. Okay.
Safe din. Tapos yung burger din nila, sarap din.
Alright, so, are we good?
Goods na tayo.
So, ito, mukhang i-welcome na natin ng
at ang
guest
ating
natin.
guest.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen,
Please welcome.
Kevin Luna.
Yes.
Yeah.
From
Para sa
Washington,
episode
DC.
8.
Season 2. Ito, yan.
Let's go, pare. Dito ka na lang. Yan, test mo nga.
Check. Moodnight. Sige po. Ayan, sabi ni Pungay Worm, patambay dyan minsan. Tara kasi dito may drinks, may foods, may coffee, lahat. Kausap, marami dito. Beer. Sir Kev. Goods ka?
Yes.
Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi.
evening, pare.
Bahala ka, bahala ka.
Salamat,
Bahala ka,
salamat.
intindihin yung Tagalog ko, bahala ka. Di ako Hindi, maging show.
Hindi, nakakaintindi nga naman.
Tagalog nga siya,
Kanina,
oh.
puta. Si boss parang gago.
Ini-English na
Sabi,
ito.
ay, English ba dapat? Sabi, utang ina, English ata yung... Tapos, ini-English ko bagya.
Nasa Tagalog
Tapos
si Sir
nagtagalog
Kev.
bigla, putang ina.
Magandang gabi, Sir Kev.
Good evening, pare.
guys?
Good evening.
Ay, medyo i-ano mo Mas,
Kung kaya mo hawakan, hawakan.
yeah.
Sige.
Hindi, boss eh.
Mahina
Medyo
po.
mahina.
Ngayon, man, kamusta ka?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Kamusta?
Good.
Ito si Sir Kev, si paring Kev. Galing pa siyang Washington, D.C. At tatanungin ka namin about sa mga ano ba kamusta
Buhay
yung
mo dun
Latina,
sa-
kamusta yung mga whites and
Grabe to.
napaturo na lang si Sir Kev.
De, pero
Biro
yun
lang
nga,
yun.
pag-uusapan natin yung buhay musikero sa Tate.
Obviously,
And how you started also as Kevin Luna, right?
Okay.
Okay, so before we start off, man, do you want to greet anybody?
Shout out.
Yes.
Shout out dyan.
Eto, sinulat ko pa nga eh.
Oh, ba?
Yan!
Let's go!
Yan.
Ready
Siyempre.
si Kevin Luna. Do it.
Eto. Okay, first and foremost, shout out sa Team Bob's family ko.
Team Bulbs.
Yung FI1, gaming clan namin, puro kami mga Pinoy.
Oh, okay.
Ano siya? Sige ata. Ano siya, nag-i-stream kayo?
Yung mga iba, parang like, hindi naman kami big eh. Pero,
Okay.
yung mga tropa-tropa.
Same.
Tas sa Toggle Switch family ko, Pierce Abby, si Monty, David Reyeg, Sir Riz, and syempre, kay Mama, sa family ko. So,
Shoutout po.
yes, shoutout sa inyong
Good
lahat.
evening po, tita.
Good evening po. Size 8 po.
Feeling ko nasa work si Mama eh.
Yeah.
Alright, so pwede natin pag-usapan yung mga...
Ano?
Hindi.
Baka mag ulitin niya.
Ano kayang pinag-usapan ng anak ko doon? Yeah.
Mao, tingnan mo.
Hindi, tita, we're responsible people here.
Mababait po kami.
Malilinis po kami dito. Mualam po kami madumi.
Wow.
Mababait po kami. Pero yun nga paring Kev, ito. Matanong ko lang, bago tayo mag-start sa segment na Blood, ilang buwan ka na ngayon dito sa Pilipinas?
Magwa 1 month.
Palang.
Yeah, palang.
Pang
yes.
ilang balik mo na?
So, I remember nung bata ako,
Bata ka pa?
yeah, pumupunta ako talaga sa Pinas. So,
Okay.
nung bata ako, I remember sinamahan ko si Mama, siguro mga 2 times. Tapos nag-aaral ako nung grade 2
Dito?
dito sa Pinas. And then grade 5 din. And then after nun, yung last na uwi ko was 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yun na doon na nag-start yung ano mo. Diyan na papasok yung Blood.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
yeah, yung music.
Ngayon ikaw, bago ka mag-start doon sa 2018 na journey mo bilang...
I think
Kev.
tumutugtog na siya nun eh. Before
Oo.
that, right?
Bago yun eh.
Bihira. Like,
Bihira.
mga, alam mo yun, like mga small events lang.
Oo.
Hindi naman, yeah.
Yun nga, bago ka bumalik sa Pilipinas bilang established ka na musikero ka na, paano ka nagsimula pala? Paano mo na...
Sa music mismo?
Oo. Paano mo naisip? Paano mo explain mo lahat? Gusto mo naman!
Siguro kasi nung bata ako, sumasali like ako sa church. And so,
okay.
alam mo yun, nakikita ko yung mga... Actually, wala talaga akong passion for singing noon.
Oo.
Yung passion ko talaga is instruments, ganon.
Okay.
Tugtugan. And then, I remember nung high school ako, di ba nag-aaral na ako ng guitar and everything. Ewan ko, alam mo yun, like, pag may hawak kang gitara, gusto mong kumanta sa bahay.
Yeah.
You know, yun lang, parang trip lang. Tas, sumasali ako sa mga talent shows sa high school
Were
ko.
you writing songs nung time na yun?
Oo.
Yes.
Okay.
Mga cheesy love songs, man.
Di ako binigyan ng baon ng mami ko.
Hindi, man. Yung mga trip ko dati, mga Ed Sheeran, mga ganun.
Alright. So, mga
okay.
lovey-dovey songs.
Lovey-dovey
right?
cheesy
Okay.
songs talaga.
I got you, I got you.
Kaya pala yun yung poison mo.
Yes.
The girls. Makapag ano na nga, lipat na ng genre. Joke lang,
Hindi,
joke.
pero, yun. So, who got you to play guitar?
Oo nga.
Dahil sa church.
May
Kasi
kamag-anak ka ba?
pare, malulupit ang mga...
Sa church people,
mga musikerong nagsimula sa church, man.
Oo, doon ako nagsimula.
Ako
Doon
tol,
natuto.
nag-YFC ako, nag-New Life ako. Tignan mo naman ako ngayon, man.
Sa unang musikero.
Ibang klase, no?
Hindi na, actually ako din.
Ba't ka tumatawa? Ba't mo ako tinatawa?
Kasi ako, galing naman ako sa Iglesia ng Diyos. Yan. Shoutout sa mga Iglesia ng Diyos dyan.
Iglesia
Nagano
ng
pa ka
Diyos
ng
ba?
religion. Oh.
Iglesia ng Diyos?
Yes.
Hindi Kristo?
Hindi. Yung religion namin, tangin yung RM namin dito, ang ingay yun. Yung Iglesia ng Diyos, galing siya sa Iglesia ni Cristo, parang ganun.
Okay.
Yung dating daan, galing sa Iglesia ng Diyos. parang
Okay,
ganun.
okay.
Alright, well, so,
Okay,
church, right?
Yeah, so, ewan ko, like, I just thought, like, it looked cool. Alam mo yun? Like,
Oh, that's how we all start. Oh, mismo
Yeah,
na
you know,
Tangina,
and
sige,
then-
playing on stage and shit.
yung mga inaaral ko lang talaga, yung una, syempre mga church songs, and then, parang nagugustuhan ko din yung mga love songs, like, actually, yung mga trip ko dati, yun, tulad nga ng mga Ed
Ed
Sheeran,
Sheeran,
Bruno Mars,
Mhm.
mga ganun talaga nung nag-aaral pa lang ako.
Mm.
Yeah. And then, I started drifting off in towards, like, alternative, iba't ibang genre
This
talaga.
was 2018. Right?
2018, yes.
It all happened
Mhm.
that year. Na parang-
Yes. Doon talaga, nag-boom mismo yung passion ko talaga.
Yeah, yeah.
Musikero na ako yung ganun.
Yes. Parang, kwento ko yung story.
Go!
Sige. Itong nangyari. So, yung mga pinapakinggan ko, so I remember, mga English songs nga. And then, pinapakinggan ko yung mga OPM like South Border, Michael Pangilinan.
Mm.
Mga ganon, mga mainstream talaga.
Mhm.
And then, sabi ko, ang ganda naman ng songs, pero di ko trip. Hindi ako to eh. Kaya, sabi ko, I don't wanna make music like this. So, for a long time, hinahanap ko talaga yung genre ko. So, I remember, I have a friend, taga-US din. Her name is Aya. Nag-post siya sa Instagram niya. Parang alam mo yung mga like stories na may music sa background. Narinig ko yung song, yung Kung Di Rin Lang Ikaw, ng December Avenue.
Okay.
Sabi ko, man, ganda ng song na to ah. So then after that, pinakinggan ko siya sa Spotify. Dude, as in, naka-repeat yung song na yon for like, siguro 2 weeks straight. Like, talagang, like, all their songs, pinapakinggan ko. Kasi, ewan ko eh, doon talaga nag-spark yung, I wanna do this genre, I wanna do this kind of music, these kind of lyrics, parang ganon.
Parang, ano ba tawag? What if we had a name for it,
Siguro like Hugot Core?
Hugot Core?
Something like that,
Hindi,
yeah.
pop punk, gano'n.
Hindi pop
Hindi
yun,
pop,
man.
Pop lang, gano'n.
or pop alternative?
Pero maganda yung Hugot
Yeah.
Core.
Hugot core.
Yeah, man.
Kasi pag core, ano yun eh, sa metal, parang, chag. Iniwan ako ng girlfriend ko! Ano kasi? Parang ganun
Parang
hugot core eh.
Tubero? Parang ganon.
Pero medyo,
Tubero.
hindi, ano yun, crying core mga ano yun eh. Pero yun nga, nabanggit mo yung South Border. Kanina nandito yung anak nun, yung drummer.
Yung drummer.
Oh, yeah?
Kabanda namin
Kabanda
yan.
namin.
Ooh.
Kabanda
Ayun,
namin.
next week, dadali na namin sa rehab.
Hindi gago, maayos si Shero ngayon. Tangina mo.
Grabe.
Gagi, baka nanonood si Tito
Kaya kami
Bagets.
nanonood si Tito Bagets. Oo. Pero joke lang dito, matino si Shero. Matino si Shero. Joke lang.
Pero ayun, going back, pare. So, you found out about December Avenue, and then that got you hooked on. Pero before December Avenue, you were already writing your own songs.
Yes, pero
Sino yung mga influence mo dun?
yun nga, mga Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars, pero
Ayaw nga pala Shero.
hindi nakikinig yung host.
Yeah. Go.
But even then, when I was writing music, ewan ko eh, parang
May kulang.
may kulang eh. Like I'm writing the songs, pero kumbaga parang sinusulat ko lang. It's not like my emotions ang nagsusulat ng
Obviously,
lyrics. Diba? Yeah.
So naghanap ka na madaming babae, tapos
Hindi.
So, December Avenue, and then that's the time you said, okay, tangin na. Ito yung mga idol ko. Ito yung influence.
Yes,
right?
influence.
Naging influence mo sa pagsusulat mo. Ngayon, you have a song on Spotify.
Yes.
One song, right? Pero
Yes, one song.
you're working on like 5 more, I believe.
I've tracked 5 already dito sa Pinas, and basically they just need to be processed for mixing, mastering. Yeah, so yung mga engineers nang bahala doon.
Okay. Alright, so abangan nyo yun guys.
Yes.
Pero ngayon, pwede nyong i-search ang yung naka-upload ngayon.
Yes,
Right?
Pangarap. And on Spotify, Apple Music, Kevin Luna is the name.
Kevin Luna.
Alright, so check his shit out, guys.
Check nyo.
Okay. So, I wanna know how you got into, kasi Toggle Switch, right? Yung production ng Toggle Switch.
Yes.
How'd you, was that also during 2018 when you were discovering your genre, your sound? Did Toggle Switch just come in and then, I'll hop on in? Parang ganun siya.
Hindi. So, actually what ended up happening was, noong 2018, parang freelancing ako. Wala akong connections.
But you were
walang-
playing shows, like small shows, right?
Yeah, like, minsan invite ako ng tita ko, kanta ka dito sa event ng organization namin, ganon. Or like, kasi may mga Philippine festivals kami, so, nag-i-email ako, pwede ako kumanta dito, ganito, ganyan. Nung nagsimula yung pagkaano ko sa Toggle Switch was 2019. So, what ended up happening was, kasi diba, syempre yung mga influence ko, December Avenue, sila yung pinaka-top influence ko. So, nung 2018, diba, umuwi ako ng Pinas, came to watch yung mga trip ko noon, like Four of Spades, Saint Wolf, December Avenue.
Saint Wolf, oh.
Yes. And then, so after I watched December Avenue live, parang sabi ko, yeah, like, I wanna do this.
Oh man, iba talaga pag napapanood mo yung idol mo.
Yes,
Oo,
iba.
grabe.
Ipupurso mo talaga yung,
Iba.
fuck, ito na yun.
And then,
Although sa atin, iba yung case pag yung mga umiidolo sa atin sa Slodo, parang,
Ayoko na magbanda.
Holy shit.
Dahil sa inyo, ayoko na. Hindi, yun yung gusto namin
Yun nga. So, you watched December Avenue dito sa Pinas?
Dito sa Pinas. Sa Las Piñas ata.
LP.
Yeah, sa Havana. And then after I watched them, sabi ko, pagbalik ko sa US, I'm gonna start,
Doon ka na naging decidido na talaga na I wanna do this.
Yes.
I wanna make music. I wanna play shows.
And the funny thing is that syempre as a super fan, I wanted to meet them like before and after their gig. Parang so before their show, I got to hang out with them just for like 5 minutes lang, talk to them, take pictures. Then after the gig,
Were you really fanboying?
not yet.
Okay.
May kwento ako dyan.
Okay,
Wala pa,
sige,
wala
sige,
pa.
sige.
So then, so I got to talk to them, watch their set. I had a good time. And then after that, parang like goodbye lang. Like, oh, hope to see you guys soon, ganon. And then, ayun, so fast forwarding sa 2019. In 2019, so ito yung sinabi ko kay Sir Toggle Switch, kay Kuya Reese. So, how I met him actually. So, nakita ko, may US tour ang December Avenue.
Okay.
Sabi ko, syempre, super fan ako. I wanna watch, di ba? So, I was looking everywhere for tickets. I was looking everywhere to kung saan ako bibili and everything. Then, nakikita ko yung, comment section. May tinag na profile si Sir Riz nga. So, nag-message ako sa kanya. Sabi ko, hello, do you guys have any more December Avenue tickets available for this show? Tapos sabi niya, oh yeah, nag-reply siya. And then parang pabalik-balik kami kasi big fan din siya ng December Avenue.
Si Toggle Switch ang nagpapunta na. That was a Toggle Switch event.
Yes,
okay.
2019.
Okay.
And then, so, we were talking and then sabi ko, oh, I cover some of their songs kasi dati, puro talaga ako covers. Walang originals, cover songs.
Okay.
So, ang ginawa ko, naglapag lang ako ng mga videos na kumakanta ako sa mga events.
demos mo sa kanya.
Yeah. And then, sabi niya, yung sunod na message niya after nag-send ako ng video, sabi niya, do you wanna sing in 2 weeks?
Holy shit.
Gagi.
Right? Like,
Yun yung mga kilabot moments yun. Holy fuck!
di ba? Ay, sorry bro.
Ako, pag ganun, yung parang, yung mga opportunity na ganun, yung biglang bubuklat bigla na ganun. Ako medyo mayabang pa ako eh. Parang, oh shit! Depende po eh. Pero tayo na sumasabog na yung utak ko na, holy fuck!
Fireworks na yun, man.
But how'd you handle that?
Grabe yan. Hindi, I just handled it professionally.
Okay.
I think it was good.
Good.
Pero deep inside, I was
Oh man, yeah.
let's go, di ba? And so, what ended up happening was, parang may event in 2 weeks na kasama yung mga local bands.
Okay.
And at that time, wala akong connection sa local.
Parang warm-up event before December Avenue?
No. Wala pa yon. This is just like an event
For na ginawa ng Toggle.
Yeah, ginawa ng Toggle Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Parang kumbaga audition nila.
Hindi naman. Parang,
Hindi naman.
yeah, parang just
In a
a
way,
bunch of
parang
bands like coming together. And
Tapos
Pero
Panay
syempre,
Pinoy yun, Panay
oo.
Pinoy.
Panay
Pinoy yung mga
Yes,
banda. Okay.
Kumbaga naghanap sila ng yung lahat na naka-line up doon. Every time na magtutur yung December of sa US, kayo pa rin or
Hindi, not at that time. Kumbaga parang
ikaw lagi ka?
No.
Ay, hindi rin.
It was more of like parang tambay lang, like kasi it was a fundraising event
Okay.
for our tropa.
Okay.
Kasi nag-pass yung wife niya. So they wanted to have an event na parang just tugtugan and then people will send money as donations for him and his family. So yun, ginawa namin yun, and then doon ko na-meet lahat ng mga local bands in my area na OPM
Washington.
bands. Yeah, sa Washington DC. And then ayun, nakipag-connect ako sa kanila. I got to meet some of them. And after that event, parang in touch pa rin kami ni Sir Riz, ni Kuya Riz. Pero wala pa yung, open ka dito, open ka doon. I wasn't one of his artists yet. Kumbaga parang tropa lang kami.
On call, kumbaga.
Pero for sure, after that event, nasa radar ka na niyan.
Oy,
No.
Nararadar ka na this guy's got potential. Shit
Yes.
like that, right?
And that's the thing that I really appreciate about him kasi he's very strict and very straightforward sa akin. So, the way that he works, di ba? So, pag magsisend ako ng songs, magsisend ako ng demos, he's very strict. Kung wala siyang maririnig na, like, oh, magiging hit to, he's gonna say, scratch it, make another one. Parang ganon. Yeah.
Well, that's ganun naman talaga dapat ang producer, right? So, when did it happen? When did it happen na parang, Kev, you're gonna be fronting for
December Ave. So, what ended up happening was, puno yung set set list. 'Di ba? Puno na yung slots. So, originally,
late.
yeah,
Sabi ko na eh.
So, I wasn't able to get a slot, 'di ba?
Okay.
And kasi he was planning the show even before the first event na I
Kasama ka
signed up.
na.
Yeah. So, yung nangyari, I think may mga issues na may nag-back out or whatever. So, slot opened up. And then, ayun, siningit niya ako last minute. And the way it works kasi sa US, more so sa local show mo, you have to sell tickets. Parang ganun.
Same lang din
Ticket
pala.
selling.
Ticket selling.
Hanggang
Tas-
ngayon, doon, ganun.
So
Yeah,
they give you parang ito dapat makota mo to.
Oo.
Ganun.
Yes.
May specific na bilang ng tickets na...
Okay.
Okay.
Pero syempre may leniency din kasi 'di ba yung mga iba pag banda sila, they have a higher quota. Ganun. Ako syempre solo
Bilang
lang.
solo.
Yeah, so I just had to sell a couple of tickets. And then after that, ayun, a slot opened up. He said, "Oh, sell this many tickets and then you can open." So, ayun, nag-open ako for December Avenue nun sa 2019.
May tanong ako, magkano yung kinita mo doon?
So the way that it works, at least for Toggle Switch, kasi I work with him most of the time, is that how many tickets you sell, you get 10% of the sales. Parang ganun.
So mga magkano yun?
So
Kung okay lang...
yeah. So usually, for example, yung general admission nun was bale $80 US. Tas, yeah, 80 US.
Okay.
And then yung VIP, 100 US. So if I sell 500, then I get $500 worth of tickets. Then I get $50 back. Parang ganun. Okay din naman kasi like syempre I'm sure that you guys know like being a performer mahirap especially pag magko-commute ka or kahit mag-drive ka. You know, you're wasting your money, your gas.
Invest.
So tulong din 'yun.
Of course.
Diba?
Tsaka lalo na if you know you're starting your
Nagsisimula.
career. Ano talaga, kumbaga kakayurin mo talaga 'yun. Like
Tsaka hindi, kasabay niya December Ave. Ba't hindi?
mileage ngayon. Kaya
Mileage
ito yun
yan,
guys.
oo.
Ito ma-share lang din namin. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood, sa lahat ng mga tumutugtog, it's okay to play not for money.
Yes.
But you always have to play. If it's not for
For
money, it should be
mileage.
for mileage. If it's gonna be good for your career, go with it.
Omsim.
But if it's not
Ilaban mo
money,
yan.
basta mileage siya.
Pero
Alright?
pares tayong tatlo ngayon dito na yung mga magulang natin, bahala kayo, gawin nyo yun, parang ganun.
I don't think na ganun si
Hindi,
mami
hindi.
niya sa kanya, man.
Ay, hindi ba?
No, my mom
Do you have $100?
huh?
Hindi nga ng
Grabe.
pera, putang gaga.
Pilipino na!
Diskarten mo muna.
May pwede bang pumalit dito? New house please. Ayoko.
Hindi.
Seryoso ba
He
yun?
means well though. He means well. Di ba, Ray? Discard mo na. Nasa si airpot mo, pare. Tanga na. Hingan mo tayo ng Yossi. Ayun, nandun.
Boss Peps? May bet? Matawag nga yung dad ko.
Alright, so that was... Salamat dun. Alright, so you played for December Avenue. And I believe na dun na naplakado na parang, oh, you'll be part of Toggle now. You'll be part of Toggle Switch. Right?
Yes, but it didn't happen immediately talaga.
Okay.
At first, there was really no
Wala siya rin siya.
written agreement, mga ganun, walang contract. Kumbaga parang verbal commitment lang.
Yeah.
So
Kasi testing phase pa rin yun eh, right?
yes, correct.
Parang ganun.
And hindi pa masyado si Quiris nagdadabo sa artist management. Kumbaga parang
Sa events lang talaga siya.
yeah, he just really wanted to help me talaga. Kaya I'm always grateful kasi he didn't have to help me, 'di ba? And dun mo talaga makikita yung mga tao na who's really there for you or who's there for your talent. Talaga. He was there with me nung wala pa ako, bro. Like, wala akong, you know, like, I don't have fame, diba? Pero alam ko may traction din yung music ko. But nung wala pa yun, man, he was with me.
Good.
And he was never the kind of person na nagsusugarcoat. Alam mo yun, like, oh, you know, you're so good, ganito, ganyan. No, siya yung tao na ipo-point out niya talaga yung mga mali mo so that you can be a better person.
No, mismo. At yun naman talaga yung dapat gawin talaga ng mga management. I would ma-share ko lang din, man. Dito sa atin naman dito sa MF, sa buong, I would say, sa buong ginalawan ng Slowdo, yung banda namin, sa buong ginalawan namin sa music industry dito sa Pinas, ang pinakatanging naniwala talaga sa amin is yung Kush Coach saka yung MF. Sina Boss Benji.
Sila Boss Bam, sila Kuya
And
Benji.
then, these guys are hard asses. I would tell you, man. And they would call you out on shit. You know, and I really appreciate it kasi the type of relationship that our band has with our management is like, parang pamilya talaga. So, when I say pamilya, tayo na no holds barred, man. Parang ano talaga yan. Ano ba? Yun nga, walang sugar coating, ika nga. So that's how we develop. That's how we grow, right?
Correct.
If you work with people like that, and people who are honest enough to call you out on your, you know, your bullshit, you know.
And the thing with people na nagsusugarcoat kasi, sasabihin nila, oh, magaling ka, kaya mo naman yan. Like, you can reach anything you want to do, diba? But they won't tell you about the dedication and the commitment that it takes, diba? Sasabihin nila, oh, kaya mo yan, you can do it, you're great naman. Ikaw na bahala dyan. Parang ganun, like, I don't like people like that. Like, yung, si Kuya Riz, yung manager ko, grabe yun, man. Like, kung may set ako, tas sasabihin, like, hindi siya yung tao na, like, oh, good set. Ganun, sasabihin niya, like, oh, like, ganun lang. And like, syempre, as a person, syempre, lahat naman tayo, tao, diba? So, syempre, when we get corrected...
Hahanapan mo yung pat on the back. Where's my pat on the back?
Oh.
Parang ganun.
Actually, hindi ako ganun eh.
Validation lang na okay pa talaga yung ginawa ko, parang ganun.
Yeah. I mean, as long as... Siguro kasi yung music career ko, I'm above average na.
Okay.
And, syempre, I want to reach excellency talaga, diba? And the way that I see yung appreciation ko sa kanya is not by pats on the back, is not by thank yous and whatever. The way that I know that I make him proud is by continuously growing. That's how I know that I can make him proud. Ganun. And you know, that's sinasabi ko palagi sa kanya, like syempre, like I said, I'm human. I'm a person, then may emotions din ako. So syempre, pag nako-correct ako, alam mo yun, like, the human side of me wants to have, like, may tampo. Or like, why don't you like this song?
But the musician part says...
But the musician part's like, just do better.
Yeah.
This is work. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Mismo.
Diba? So, with him, yung siguro sabihin natin yung toggle switch and yung pagiging kuya niya is two separate things. So, the kuya side of him is loving and helpful. Pero yung management side niya is very strict but wants to push you forward.
That's
Ganun.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. You know that you are at the right place pag ganun yung nangyayari, man.
Yes.
You know that you're with the right people if you have people like that you work with. So ito magandang
Ano na,
segue.
kasi nagsimula na
Growth,
siya eh.
dedication,
Yes,
right?
Ayun yung pasok ng sweat.
Okay.
Sa sweat.
So we're on our second category now. Tapos tayo sa
Sweat.
blood, how he started. Now we are on to sweat. What keeps him going? What does he do to you know, just to keep the machine oiled?
Okay.
So do you have any rituals that you do or what? You know, just
Do I have
to
any ano?
like
Rituals.
rituals. What do you practice to? Kasi kami sa Slowdo, like we like drinking before we write.
Shit.
We want to be at a very parang emotional state before we write, before we get into the studio. So we talk about, we just talk. We paano ba yan?
parang nangangamusta lang. Yung nagkaka-open
Ano,
forum.
ano yung feelings
mini.
mo ngayon? Ito, Jose, i-collectahin niyo yan. And then,
Then we go in the
sulat
studio.
niya.
Okay.
And then it's something that we really practice.
Yes.
So, ikaw man, like, what do you do? Aside from, syempre, nagpa-practice ka on your own, pero what else do you do?
So, siguro, umpisahan natin sa songwriting. When it comes to my songwriting, I'm very, I like to be very tight-knit and alone. So, hindi ako nagsusulat ng kanta pag may tao sa bahay. Like, kahit hindi recording yun like, basta sulat lang. Hindi ako magsusulat kung may tao sa bahay. It's not that I'm afraid of people, pero hindi talaga
Storbo kasi yung storbo. Huwag mo nang paano yung storbo kasi.
Hindi, grabe. Grabe to. Mao.
Ano ba? Susunod na lang kanta dito eh. joke lang. Yeah.
So yeah, it just, kumbaga parang I get in my zone.
It gives you that zen to write.
Mismo.
It pushes you to, kumbaga, you feel safe at that point. No?
It's my comfort zone
Mismo.
talaga. Kasi syempre, especially with the kind of music that I write, a lot of people don't know, like, as a songwriter, if you want to write, like, syempre, mga hugot songs and stuff like that, which is my genre, I have to be in that zone where
you're vulnerable.
Sad
You got your guard down. And
Mag-isa
then
ka,
you feel the emotions.
yes, naalala mo yung mga nangyari sa'yo.
Yeah.
Naalala ko din yung mga nangyari
Kaso
sa mga
doesn't
tropa
that
ko.
take a toll on you? Like, after a song, diba, all right, let's say Kevin's got the whole house to himself. You start writing. You start, what do you call that? You start internalizing these emotions. Even though at that time, hindi ka malungkot or what, but you have to tap into that.
Yes.
To write To write a sad song, you have to tap into that frequency, the sad frequency.
Yes.
Doesn't that take a toll on you? Like after you write the song, like you feel like, oh shit, man, I need a drink.
Omsim.
Actually, for me, it feels like, you know that feeling like, halatang nagwo-workout ako, pero di ba? You know when you get off a treadmill, di ba? You're on a treadmill, you're running, and pagod na pagod ka, but you want to keep pushing. Tas when you stop the treadmill, you get off, parang, breath of fresh air talaga. That's how
what
I
you
feel.
feel.
Yes, kasi
Parang nakapag-release ka ng
Omsim. Kasi ito, example sa akin.
mental clutter.
Sa akin naman, pag nagsusulat ako, biglaan lang din. Kunyari, fuck, namimiss ko yung ex ko, parang gano'n. Kunyari lang.
Actually, parang, ma-share ko lang, Kev. Si Inno, kahit ganyan yan, men.
Oo.
Lahat ng mga,
Lahat ng kanta ko,
legit yun, men. Lahat ng mga kanta niya,
kung ano yung nangyari sa akin talaga.
pwedeng ihain tulad din sa hugot core.
Oo. Hindi, hugot core talaga.
Hugot core.
Yes.
Men, legit, kahit ganyan yung tao yan, men.
Pero ibang tuning yung guitar ko, gano'n, iba yung tono.
Putang ina mo. Grabe to. Diba? Pero legit yun, men.
Yes.
Yung lyrics niya,
yeah.
araw-araw kitang iibigin.
Oh, patay.
Diba, men? Linya yan, men.
I-add ko to sa Facebook, check mo yung mga songs ko.
Oh,
men.
sige.
Yun yung pinaka-deepest hugot core.
Pag ito
hindi
si
siya
Inno,
pang-
gitarista ng Godzilla vs. Toho, puta yung waratan.
Oh, man.
Pag nasa slow down din siya, waratan din.
Oh,
pero pag yung solo niya, man, he's a quiet person. Hindi mo akalain, tol. Yung
ganun
kulit
din.
niya.
Same shit kasi kaya sabi ko, di ba, huwag mo nang palamigin na sabi mo, ayaw mo nang walang tao. Ayaw mo nang storbo, tol. Ayaw mo nang storbo.
He
Yun lang,
needs that
ganun lang.
zen
Oh.
kasi.
Yeah.
May thin line. Yun yung thin line doon. Yung, he
Sa
needs
ganung
his
klase
zen,
na yung way mo ng write, ng pagsusulat. Kasi kunyari si Josh, pagsusulat siya, ito kasi man genius to eh. Isang ano mo dyan, bigyan mo ng 3 chords. Sulat mo nga, yung chicks ko kagabi, nagalit sa akin eh. Susulat niya pa.
I'm more of a writer rather than a musician.
Oo.
So
Magaling siya
write
magsulat
lyrics,
talaga,
I write
man.
lyrics.
Tapos
So,
metaphor, ganun yung shit
yung,
niya.
so, kaya gets ko yun. Gets namin Inno yun na you really need to have that headspace.
Yung
That
zone
certain
mo talaga.
headspace before you could write. Yung akin lang, kasi tayo na, yung songs mo are sensitive songs.
Yes.
They're emotions. Very, if it's not about love, it's about losing love.
Yes.
Right? When you tap into yung ganun na how do you like not get too attached to these feelings even though
Paano ka bumibitaw doon?
Oo,
After
kasi
nun,
ang hirap
okay
nun
na
eh.
yan. Oo.
Siguro, so the reason why I write music at least, why I don't feel like yung heavy toll sa akin, kasi naranasan ko na eh. I've been through it. But there's people going through it right now. They don't know how to cope. They don't know how to move on, diba? So, the music that I write is for people like that. So, syempre, when you're in that stage of vulnerability, you want to have that, kumbaga parang that comfort.
Oh, mismo. You give that validation to these
Yes,
people who are going through the same thing, no?
Like I actually share ko sa inyo. So I have one song. Actually, it's not one of the songs that I wrote that I produced dito sa Pinas. Pero it's a song that I wrote. And yung bridge niya goes like, kung siya ang pipiliin mo ngayon, hindi ko pipilitin na maging tayo. Sana masaya ka na, kapiling mo na siya. Hindi na ako aasa sa iyo. Diba? Parang,
Bigat
boss
nun,
mo.
man.
right?
Ang ganda ng
Diba?
boses niya, but astig.
Diba? Ang bigat, man.
Astig.
Diba?
Pero di, yun, same talaga. Same ng kung paano ka magsulat talaga. Nagigets kita. Ngayon pare, gusto ko nang sumama sa'yo sa tate. Gusto ko na dun magsulat. Pero kilala mo si Owen.
Sino?
American football na ano.
Owen.
Hindi. Basta pero kung pag kilala mo siya,
Yung
ganun
American
yung...
football na banda.
Oo.
Hindi eh.
Hindi. Okay. Kailangan mo siyang...
na, kung emotions, you gotta listen to those
Oo, kailangan mong
motherfuckers,
marinig
man.
yun.
Grabe.
Ano yun?
Check
siguro-
them out, American
Oo,
football.
kung English yun yung pinaka
Emo kung emo din.
Pero yung ang maganda rin kasi doon, yung instruments, yung acoustic niya, parang ganun naman yung inaano ko, yung kinokopya ko na kumbaga kung ikaw dito sa Pinas, ako naman doon sa Tote. Kaya sama na ako sa'yo next time.
Oh, sige, tara.
Sasama mo yan, pare. Oo, sige, ikaw, bahala ka dyan.
Basta 6 feet social distance.
Hindi ko tropa yan.
Pero ayun, that was good. Thank you, man. Astig yun. So,
Eh sa touring nga pala. Sa tour, ano yung
Sa
sweat
tour
mo
ba?
sa mga touring?
tama.
Oo.
Dito natin pag-usapan. Like,
okay.
you went on tour with for Toggle, right?
Yes.
And then that was 1 month. Tama ba?
Yes,
You said
halos 1 month, yes.
almost a month. And then how was it like? Like, tangina. I would only picture like bands in the US na nasa tour bus, tapos everybody's just getting, fucked up and ganun yung stereotype ko eh. Yun yung pangarap ko actually, to get into something like that, touring 50 states or what. How was it? Ganun ba siya?
For me, it was more or less parang, kasi I'm not the kind of person, and even the people that were on tour with me, no, I'm not the kind of person that likes to go out. I like to really be to myself. And I guess pag may downtime ako, doon ako nagsusulat and everything. Pero in terms of the tour, it was fun talaga kasi
Were you on a bus?
bus and planes.
Okay.
Parang iba-iba. And yun, so di ba kasama namin December Avenue, kasama namin ang Zach Tabudlo team. Then kasama din namin yung Pierce Abbey, Simonti, their bands din under Toggle Switch din. And then ako, di ba? So marami talaga kami, laki ng entourage namin. It feels good kasi parang hindi ka magsasawa like to talk to other people.
Kasi
madami.
you're
Yeah.
traveling with friends.
Yes,
Diba?
exactly.
Tsaka artist.
Gagawin
din.
sa'yo nun, men. Puta. Pero nakaka-drain din.
Oo.
Yes, like
Isang buwan pa naman. Tapos,
the thing, actually yung pinaka-tiring na show ko was, so yung last show sa tour na yon sa Florida, di ba? Eh, yung plano is, galing akong New York to fly to Florida. And at that time, hindi ako kasama sa buong entourage kasi I was not supposed to go to Florida talaga. Pero they really wanted me there, so they made a way. Ganon. So, I remember, I was out the day before in New York and I was out with some friends. Tapos nakita ko, yung flight ko to Florida, canceled.
Okay.
Canceled talaga, as in, gone talaga. So, minessage ko talaga yung producer namin doon, si Kuya Red, sa Florida. And I remember, sabi ko, Kuya, na-cancel yung flight. How are we gonna do this? So then what ended up happening was he rebooked the flight, diba? So rebooked the flight, we're good to go. So kahit pa paano, at least if you're gonna fly to another city to perform, you know, at least sana you can get a couple hours of rest,
Okay.
diba?
Pero
gag.
ang nangyari,
Rekta.
tugtog rek. Rektang
Yeah, so
tugtog.
itong nangyari. My flight got delayed 2 times. So I was supposed to be there in the morning so that I can rest during the daytime and then salang sa gabi. Hindi, man, na-cancel talaga yung flight ko twice. No, delayed pala twice. And then by the time na nakadating ako sa Florida, as in I had my suitcase, my bags, and my guitar.
Stage na.
Dumiretso na ako sa venue. And then
So, sakto, dito ka na.
dude, I only had 15 minutes like to change and get ready, get my mind focused. And mahirap kasi like you want to put on a show for people, you have to get into that mindset.
mismo.
Alam mo ba, dyan mayabang slow dough. Ang slow dough pare, sabi nila lalasing-lasing, sasabog-sabog.
Buhatin mo na rin to, gago.
Hindi, pero man, kasi kami never kami na late sa mga shows.
Hindi, kasi hindi naman niya kasalanan yun eh.
Hindi, kaya nga yung nag-book sa kanya.
Hindi.
Ba yung putang ina?
Hindi yung nag-book. Yung
Hindi.
mismong, yung sa
Yung
flight
flight
mismo.
mismo. Yeah.
Yung flight mismo.
The one who booked Queer Reds, love you Queer Reds, Ate Janice. Yeah, they took care of me talaga. But it just happened na
Yun nga, na-cancel lang talaga
Talaga
yung
yung
flight.
flight, oh.
Yeah.
Pero pare, tangina, ang hirap nun.
2 beses pa ka mo.
Tapos, gano'ng katagal yung from, you were in New York and then
I think
to
the
Florida?
flight was maybe, I'd say 2 hours.
2
maybe?
hours. So,
Safe.
2-hour flight, pare. Paglapag mo doon, putang ina, re-recta ka ng venue. Pag rekta mo ng venue,
15 minutes.
akit ka na.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tayo na ako, men, mainit ulo ko nun.
Oh, bad trip kami nun.
Legit
Tangina
yun.
naman, sino mo?
Mahano ako, men, mahano. Pero how'd you handle it?
I handled it as, so the way I see things is, kasi syempre I have worked din sa US, diba? So
Yeah.
the way that I see things is, I would rather be tired and drained doing music than be tired and drained working at my job. Diba? Kasi passion mo na yun eh. So if you can't handle it when things get tough,
narinig niyo yun, ha?
why are you doing it, diba?
Mismo.
Doon ka talaga matitest as an artist, like kung wala kang kumikita, like kinikita na pera,
Oh.
wala kang tulog, wala kang rest, wala kang, you know, like yung treatment ng mga ibang producers.
Yeah.
If you can't pass through that, di mo kaya, this industry isn't
It's not for you.
Yun
Mismo,
talaga.
mismo.
Yun
Mismo.
talaga yun.
Mismo.
Straight up, hindi ako nagsusugarcoat, bro. Like, if you can't handle that, if you can't handle, you know, the toughness of this industry, you know, do something else talaga.
So yun nga, ito pala. Tangina, wala palang ano yung sweat dito na topic kay paring Keb eh. So tatalon tayo sa tears.
Yeah.
Yan.
Magandang segue nga. Magandang segue to tears
Tatalon
to.
tayo sa tears pare. Yung tears which is yung mga struggle, yung mga...
Anything you
pag-iyak mo
could share.
literal, oh,
Anything that you
tears,
could share,
oh.
pare. You feel
Like,
comfortable sharing.
Yung, kunyari, birthday ng... Nagkagig ka na ba nakasabay na birthday ng airmats mo? Ganun.
I think, hindi naman, it wasn't a sad time, pero during nasa tour ako, it was, may show kami sa Los Angeles, and that weekend was Mother's Day weekend.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, so mahirap kasi syempre I'm on the road, pero I did something nice for her naman. I did like a video. So ang ginawa ko, nasa LA ako, 1,600 people yun, ang daming tao. So, para makabawi ako, sabi ko, okay, I'm gonna do a Mother's Day video on stage mismo. So sabi ko sa crowd, oh, manimik muna kayo. Tas when I turn the phone around, sigaw lang kayo or whatever.
Oh, shit.
So,
That's the gun, man.
yeah, diba?
Sila yung bumati na Happy Mother's Day, ganun?
Ako
Alright.
nagsalita. So I was on stage na mismo, set ko. And then I was,
Tapos yung crowd, nakinig naman.
oo, nakinig, ganun pa, shh, ganun pa sila eh. So sabi ko, Mom, thank you for everything. I love you so much and Happy Mother's Day. Tas I turned around, pinakita ko yung crowd.
shit.
Walwalan sila nila.
Mismo.
I have a question. So you're starting you're having this kind of experience. So are you happy with Filipino, right?
Yes, correct.
So how was it? The crowd, was it half American or half Filipino? So were they okay with that? Especially with what you're saying that you're showing something from your Filipino models or whatever.
I think that when it comes to music and when it comes to the passion, people overlook that, you know. Syempre, actually marketing tactic ko din to. Yung being half American, half Pinoy, and being able to write and sing OPM. Pero at the same
Pero
time,
that shit gets erased for like the real people who really listen
Yes,
to
correct.
your stuff,
There's-
you know. Regardless of what race you are and what.
mhm.
Yeah, but
There's no
it's always a
color when
plus,
it
you know,
comes to
if you like ikaw pare, I would say Pinoy ka, man. You know? No issues with that.
Mhm.
There's no issues with that. So going back, no, tears, right? Tears, trials. You weren't able to spend Mother's Day with your mom, and well, we know how much you love your mom, and aside from that, like, are there anything else that we could talk about, like, you know, other trials?
I think when I wanted to give up on music talaga.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kasi-
Why?
Bakit,
What
oh?
made you think about giving up?
I guess because I just cared too much about what other people thought. Like caring about other people's opinions.
Oh.
And I
Do you
remember.
read your comments, man? Sa mga posts mo, like,
Oh naman, yeah.
man, people could be really harsh, man.
People can be harsh.
Social
talaga.
media is like is fucked up, bro.
But I eventually I learned to have thick skin talaga.
Ah.
I mean, makapal na nga ang balat ko, di ba? Pero emotionally, di ba? So, yeah, man, I remember there was a point in my life where sabi ko, is this really for me? Hindi pa naman ako nag-give up. Pero sabi ko, is this really for me? Kasi I remember at that time, I had a friend. He's actually a toggle switch artist, pero he passed away, unfortunately. His name is Ashel, and I remember Ashel
Rest in
called
peace.
me. Rest in peace, brother. I remember Ashel called me one day. Sabi niya sa akin, bro, I just want to ask you a serious question talaga. Sabi niya, is this really for you? And you know, kasi no one ever asked me that question. Like, even
Out
if-
of nowhere, it just asked you.
Yeah, no, kasi parang may upcoming kami na meeting with a label, and kasi syempre alam niya na at that time, sa totoo lang at that time, even though I was making music, even though I know I'm talented, yung biggest enemy ko talaga
With
is
yourself.
laziness.
Oh, okay.
Laziness talaga. And I remember that, you know, I've been milking my one single pangarap for so long, then wala akong ginagawang new songs, or like pag gagawa ko ng songs, like I won't make an effort to produce it. And I remember he just asked me, he was like before you sign with the label at that time, I mean, are you sure that this is for you talaga? And I remember I had an anxiety attack, bro. Seryoso like I started like hyperventilating, and sabi niya, you don't have to answer this now, pero I just wanted to ask you, and yeah, and so then
Do you yung question niya was do you think that para sa'yo talaga to?
yes.
Yun yung question niya, right?
Yes.
Ano yung sagot mo dun?
Hindi ako sumagot in the moment. Kasi I was
Pero
so...
napaisip ka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
napaisip
para ano
talaga
naging
ako.
ano yung naging sagot mo?
Eventually, naging sagot ko, of course, this is for me. Kasi, I remember nung on tour, like, I remember kasi, di ba, before the tour, there were a bunch of trials, tribulations talaga na tumama. And I remember na I was in panic mode talaga eh. And I didn't know what to do. So, what I ended up doing, I had to talagang train my mind to think like, okay, the show must go on. Kahit wala kang ganto, kahit wala kang ganyan, this show has to go on, and these people
no matter what,
deserve a show. The way I see it is, di ba syempre may mga headliners, featured artists lang ako, or opening act. Pero the way that I see it, every show that I'm invited to, opening man ako, headlining man ako, those people are paying to see me. That's my mentality. Every single time.
Mismo yun.
Diba?
Mismo yun. Mismo.
Every time. Kasi doon talaga yung passion mo lalabas eh. Like every set that I do, I make sure to give my best. Talaga. One person, 2 people, 10,000 people. Gonna give them the same show, my very best talaga. Diba? And I remember like when yung trials and tribulations, then yung outcome nung tour, grabe bro, like doon ko na realize
Iba
like
yung fulfillment.
yes.
Puno yung DMs mo.
Tangina, natapos ko yun.
Mhm.
Parang ganun. Nagawa ko yun. Putang na, right?
Syempre may like we all have that good and you know, like let's say bad side then. So the good part of me was like, syempre, you know, like to remain humble kasi I like to remain humble talaga. And you know, like I don't deserve this, but you know, I work hard for it. But the kind of different side of me is like I did that, you know? Pero hindi ako nagmamayabang eh. Parang like
Hindi pagmamayabang.
Gago pare, galing ako New York last
You
night
gotta-
eh.
Huh?
Parang gago pare.
Pagmamayabang yun.
Oh,
Yun,
yeah.
pagmamayabang yun. Pero tayo to be proud about
Mismo.
what
Normal
you've
lang.
achieved,
Yun
man.
nga eh.
Tana, do it, man.
Yun yung sahod,
Flex that shit.
yun yung sahod natin dun eh. Yun yung sweldo. You know sweldo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
Salary.
pwede pumalit ng host ha? Bad trip na ako.
Pero ganun nga, man. Like, yun yung the fulfillment. Enough payment na yun. Pero
Okay.
syempre, we still need to get paid, right? Pero,
Bonus pala. Ang sahod namin TF eh.
yung bonus doon, yung fulfillment
Yes.
na, I was able to play in front of a crowd of 3,000, 1,000 people. And then, I was able to show them my fucking shit. And then everybody was listening.
Mhm. And it's a difference when people are listening and a difference when people are like really passionate about it.
Oh, yung ramdam niya. Oh my God.
Has it happened to you like people singing your songs during a show?
Oh, yan.
So not my song, but
Cover.
yeah, I sang a cover song. Grabe man, like I'll show you guys videos later.
Iba yung iba yung kilabot like on stage na,
Oo.
holy shit.
Diba?
Yeah.
So I remember during the tour na yun, I had 2 cover songs and one was like a mashup medley of OPM songs.
Okay.
But the one that talagang tumama sa heart ng mga tao was Iris, Goo Goo Dolls. And I
Putang na.
don't- Diba?
Dapat sasabihin mo, alright, I want everybody's phone light, ang tawag doon, phone flashlight to be on.
Bro, yun nga.
You lighters.
Putang ina pare,
Bro.
sarap doon. A sea of stars na
Parang
parang
wait.
ganun.
Can I pull up a picture?
Do it,
Okay,
do it.
Bro.
Mapapakita naman natin yun dito
Oo.
eh.
Papakita ba?
Oo,
Okay,
mapapakita na.
I remember LA, man, 1,600 people. All like
1-6.
pulled out their phones and grabe talaga.
What song was this?
Iris, yun nga.
Okay.
Where is it?
Thank you, Tech.
Picture ba?
Yoshi, hindi ba ako bumili ng Yoshi mo, paring Kev?
Ito. Ito. Hindi siya yung, it's not, doesn't really have a good definition. Ito. It's like a sample. Diba? Parang ganun.
Putang ina. Ewan ko makikita nyo ah. But look at that. Napakasarap sa paningin on stage na ganun yung makikita mo panay ilaw ng cellphone. Dati, lighters right? I wanna see your lighters up in the air. Pero ngayon phone.
Ayun,
So,
phones na, no?
tangin na, astig yun, man.
May ano nga eh,
Iba yun.
parang may isang Coldplay ata yun, parang bawal daw maglabas ng phone. Pero ginawa nila, sinabi ng vocalista ng Coldplay, ilabas yung flashlight ng phone nyo. Tapos lahat daw, or yung...
Ano yun, yung kanta nilang,
Where is skies?
Yeah.
Tapos lahat sila gumagano, tapos parang nakakatayo ng balibo yun, pare.
Oh, man.
Sarap nun, men.
putang ina.
And just the fact that, like, kasi, sa totoo lang ha, if the people don't rock with you, the people don't like you, they're just gonna, like, makikita mo lang, like,
Tangin na, that ayoko mangyari yun, you bomb on stage, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
heat up, bro. Like, it's tough, man, but the fact that, alam mo yun, like, sumali talaga yung mga people sa performance, man.
Yun ang masarap
Yun
dun.
talaga, iba talaga yung feeling. And then you just look
And I care forever.
Oo, no.
Touch. Oh, shit, man.
after nung, yung ginagawa ko.
Kulang na lang dun ulan.
Oo.
Oo, yeah.
Basta ka sa ulan, no?
Bro, seryoso ah. Even if I have my guitar, yung guitar ko kasi Martin siya.
Yabang naman. Akin na lang,
Ganda
take
nun,
it all. Wala, salamat po.
Ganda doon. Maganda ang Martin.
Sino nga pala to?
Nakuha mo na yung ano ikaw, Pilipino ka talaga. Gusto ko yung humor mo Gusto ko yan.
Oh, yeah. Going back, Martin.
Honestly, even if like I had a gig outside, tas umulan, and I had my Martin guitar, it's okay. I would be fine with it.
Pare, ano naman yun pag nabasa siya ng ulan, it gives, kahit mabasa yung kahoy, Martin yun Hindi masisira yung kahoy nun. Pero magkaka-watermarks yun.
Yes.
And dahil dun, mas magkakaroon siya ng battle
Magiging
scars.
relic
Yes.
siya.
Right? Mag-relic siya.
Yun,
It would remind you about that night wherein it rained and then you played in front of a crowd that sang your song and it rained. Then you look at your guitar every time na, holy shit, that was that night.
Pare, eto, share ko lang. May gitara si Josh, si St. Clair.
St. Clair. Ovation.
Ovation na
turtleback.
Na turtleback na gitara. Tapos, man, wasak siya. Tapos, grunge yung itsura niya, man. Tapos, lagi kaming tinatanong ng mga nagigas sa amin kasi yung time na yun, pandemic. Pero nakakalusot kami sa mga checkpoint kasi slow down.
Go.
Pero yun nga, man, nagiging kami sa mga gitna ng gubat. Pero mga, rich
Legit, as in
people.
underground
Party.
gigs talaga, man.
Oo.
Bumabaya kami.
Discrete parties.
Inaano nila yung gitara ko na parang,
gumagana pa ba yan?
sira, man.
Oh, man.
Sira
As
siya.
in, wasak buka ng gilid. Pero usually, pag kaming dalawa babanat or tatlo kami ni Baldo, siya kay Baldo, yung percussionist namin, lagi nilang connection si St. Clair, yung gitara niya na... Tutunog pa ba yan? Pero
Kasi
wala.
sobrang warat siya. Pero maganda pa rin yung tunog.
Oo, safe pa rin siya.
Pero
Ngayon, ayos
astig
na
yun.
siya.
Maayos na siya.
Abangan niyo
Pero
yun. Akin na yun
Pinatira ko yung mga basag niya.
Oh.
Pinadikit ko yung ano. So, ayun nga. Dahil nga sa battle scars. It reminds me about the things that I've been through with my guitar.
Exactly.
So, ayun. We were talking about
Yung
being able to play in front of being able not to only play but being able to connect to your crowd
1600 audience.
people ano yun those moments call for celebration.
Yes.
And then this is where we segue to vomit, our last category of this podcast. Whatever you can disclose.
Block mo na kasi yung paggawa ng bagay. Block mo si mama mo.
Mao?
De, tita.
Joke lang, tita.
Kevin is in good hands,
Yes,
tita.
yes.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Totoo, legit.
I guess siguro vomit like celebration.
Yeah,
Ganun.
celebration. Yeah. Siyempre, taka na, you played in front of a crowd na kumanta along, parang kinantaan nila yung set mo right? People connected. Siyempre, that made you feel good. Therefore, hindi ka ba parang nag-feeling na wouldn't you feel entitled for a fucking celebration na I fucking deserve this shit, man, right now? What did you do after that?
I guess kasi yung kumbaga parang yung upbringing ko kasi was like I came talaga like in terms of music
Yeah.
I came talaga from the ground up talaga So the way that I celebrate is with fans, like supporters talaga. Like kasi I came from a point in my life where I didn't have supporters. I didn't have fans except for family, close friends lang. But I didn't have people across the world who didn't know me before music knowing who I am na, diba? So I remember after every show, pinagtitripan nga ako ng mga Toggle Switch family ko, yung mga ibang banda doon. Like, oh, meet and greet with Kevin Luna, ganyan. And dun ko sinusulit yung celebration, man. Like, I have people coming up to me wanting to take pictures and autographs and like.
What's the weirdest thing that you signed though?
Oo nga.
Meron ba?
Here's not the thing. I never.
That will happen. That's what would happen. That's what would happen, man. Especially sa mga kantahan mo, pare. Yung mga labsong na yan.
Ilang pirma na ako sa mga
Ulol mo, tangina mo. Seryoso ba? Meron nga.
Joke lang.
I knew it was a lie, bro.
Pero iba.
Sige. Weirdest fan encounter. Meron na ba?
I guess. Okay, so I guess two. It's not weird, but it was new for me.
Okay.
It was new talaga. I think one was it was weird because they were both in the same city, sa San Diego.
Tapos mga Pinoy din to.
Yeah, mga
Okay,
Pinoy
okay,
din.
okay.
So I remember this one girl, I was sitting down in a chair, right? And then
Oh.
like, nagpapa-picture ako sa mga gusto mong nagpapa-picture.
Mm.
And then like, dude, she sat on my lap and I felt like uncomfortable. Like, I was like, bro, why are you sitting on my lap, bro?
Tinulak mo, wait, who are you?
Hindi naman, syempre.
Niyakap mo. Halika rito.
Yun yung gagawin kasi nun eh. Gagawin niya yun eh.
For the business aspect of professionalism,
Yeah.
I fed the picture. Like I was just like, oh, ganito. But yeah, it just felt weird because it was new to me. I never had fans.
Pag
you
upo
know?
niya sa'yo, may dalawang nakaganon ba?
Tangina mo.
No, wala.
Hindi babae yun.
Grabe pa.
Kaya ka na, uncomfortable. Kasi may dalawang, ano yun? Kalong babae, tapos may nakaganon.
So, yun nga,
Kidding aside.
what else? Like, any mas fan encounters na that made you feel uncomfortable?
Siguro one girl also smelled my kili, man. She like,
People have
No,
fetishes,
bro.
man.
hold on, bro.
People
No,
have
I don't want to
fetishes,
expose
man.
her because.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pero
Alright.
she like
Maybe later.
Shout out to whoever that
whoever sniffed
lady
my
was.
kili that night, they joke. No, kasi sabi niya, oh my gosh, ang bango ni Kuya kasi I have a cologne on. And then sabi nung photographer, si Simon,
Sabi, ano sabi?
you're a bad person.
Siya yung nagsabi na
Sabi.
amoy
Yeah,
mo.
sabi niya, amoy mo. Dude, as in talagang gumanon siya. Talagang sa kilikili ko pre, like, mismo. And I was like, okay, cool. But, yeah, that was it, man. That was just the weirdest.
The weirdest, ako naman pare, one of the weirdest moments I had with fans was on stage, playing. Bicol to pare, and then,
Hindi ba yun yung nagkagulo?
hindi,
Iba pa.
marami. Pero this was one, na napikon ako. I don't, ako aminado, I don't really handle those situations quite
While
well.
performing.
While performing, men,
Oh.
kasi it breaks my zen.
Omsi mo.
Diba? Parang you're stepping the line there, bro. Kasi this is what happened. Parang I was asking for requests. Tapos itong fan, naglalagay siya ng pera dito sa loob
Ayun
ng...
nga yun.
Sa loob ng shirt.
Oh, man, it was parang ginagawa niya akong, ano ba, go-go dancer or what? Diba?
Bilisan akong 1,000, pare.
Tigwi 20. So ako parang, tanga na, alam ko yung work ko. Wait lang.
Then a little more, man.
Pero hindi.
Sumayaw pa ano, puta yun.
Pero pangit yun eh.
Legit
Pangit
yun,
sa
man.
musician yun na parang...
Tapos ako, doon ako nawala sa yun nga, sa hulog ko that night na parang, what the fuck? Hanggang ngayon, dala ko pa rin yung bad trip ko. That happened 2017 or 2018, parang ganun, sa Bicol. Pero ayos lang yan. Astig yan. Kasi nalaman ko lang pala, that, itong fan na to, he was just really drunk and then he didn't know how to contain his yung
Oh, he was the guy?
excitement. Yeah.
Kaya pala. That's why you were weirded out.
Oo, ganun.
Kumbaga, hindi ko, pero ang sabi ng mga organizers sa amin noon na parang, na, yung taong yun, he was singing your songs from yung first verse up until the
song,
last. He knew all your songs.
Sabi nga dito, Jobs,
Pero ang nangyari noon, hinampas
Super
ko siya
fan.
ng gitara habang nampas ko siya ng gitara.
Gago same.
Hinampas mo.
Lagi men ako din naman
Kasi
last.
people really get wild sa ano namin.
Sa
So,
sauce niya.
Sa akin man last month ata, sa may Bulacan naman kami kalumpit pare. Yung organizer tol. Sabi ko, bigyan na ako ng space kasi pag nag-perform ako dun sa Godzilla vs. Tokyo naman. Gusto ko nagwawala ako, yung zone ko, yun na yun eh. Tapos dumikit siya. Tapos parang bumubulong siya na pinaprotektahan kita, sir. Tapos parang ako, man, pabayaan mo mag-perform. Parang ano gusto mo na again? Pinaprotektahan kita. So, man, ano nangyari tol? Parang hindi ko naman alam na organizer siya. Tapos masyado siyang dumidikit. Kahit medyo malayo na yung mga nag-mosh fit. Hinampas ko siya ng headstock din ng gitara ko sa likod. Tak-tak! Nag-perform ako ng tuloy-tuloy. Tapos kinabukasan sabi ng manager namin, Inno, alam mo ba, yung organizer kagabi, ayun yung mga unang fans ng Godzilla. Ayun, siya yung nahampas mo ng headstock. So, oh shit, di ko alam. Gusto ko lang kasi pangit naman talaga yun na babasagin yung zone mo sa habang nag-perform. Okay lang naman yung fans na, sir, ganyan. Pero alam mo yun.
pero while playing, man, it's
Wag.
different. Ikaw, Nahagisan ka na ba na something that to distract you from
Oh.
playing?
So, actually, ito kwento. So, sa New York kami, di ba? We were in a venue called The Cutting Room sa New
Okay.
York. And this venue was so hot, like walang AC and everything. And siksikan talaga ang mga tao. So, I remember when I got on the stage, I used to wear like pag nagsishows talaga ako, I wear a lot of like, alam mo yung mga beaded bracelets?
Okay.
Like, you know, for design lang,
Yeah.
cool.
Fashion.
Yeah, fashion lang. So I remember I had a bunch of bracelets. Siguro I had like maybe 6 bracelets or something. And then I remember, you know, syempre nainitan na yung arm ko. I can feel the sweat coming down my hands when I'm playing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of these bracelets. So what I ended up doing was like
You threw it on the...
threw it to the crowd.
Agaw mo na.
Astig yun,
Dude,
man.
man.
Astig yun.
People were going crazy for my bracelets. And then I remember, like after I throw my bracelets.
You should make that a thing, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Diba?
Syempre
That should be a thing.
pagbalik ko sa US, like sa tour, upcoming tour.
People remember you because of that, though.
Mismo,
Kasi
mismo.
that's why you gotta make that a thing, man.
You know, April Boy,
No, really.
parang gano'n.
April Boy.
Yeah,
Hindi,
ito
hindi,
sa
sombrero, sombrero. Pero ano rin yun, part din ng show niya yun eh. Isa rin sa humatak sa kanya.
Tsaka,
Panunurin ko
yung
ito, namimigay
ano,
ng sombrero to eh.
Tsaka, para yung naghahagis ka ng pick.
Oh yeah,
Ay,
yeah.
ay,
Diba?
ay, sa akin man, Bicol, naubos pick ko doon.
Hinahagis mo ba?
Ano?
Wala mo lang ka.
Hindi. Madalas na, sir, may pick ka dyan. Tapos
Bibigyan mo na
may
lang.
next band pa ako eh, pero bibigay ko na. Pero may isa akong pick na hindi ko binibigay talaga, which is yung importanteng pick sa pandalawang banda na yun.
Yung
Yung
Van
makapal.
Gogh? Hindi yung Van
Hindi.
Gogh.
Nawala nga yun eh.
Tangin na mo.
Sinunod na ako nung Van Gogh na pick ko, tangina mo. Buisit ka.
Trust again, man. People remember you because of those gestures.
Mismo.
You kind of develop a certain kind of connection with, you know, you're wearing something, then you give it to them, and then parang, I have a part of Kevin Luna on me right now.
Sila kasi ganun yung perspektibo nila doon eh. Doon sa bagay na, tangin yung pick dito kasi sobrang parang hindi siya malimutan. Tapos hindi nila gagamitin yun. Every time mag-iinom sila, pare, pick ni Sir Kev to. Parang ganun, man.
And the cool thing was na, diba after the show, marami nagtatag sa akin ng set ko and everything. Marami nagtag, like, yung mga nakakuha ng bracelet. They took pictures with it or like, you know. And like, for me, like, just knowing that I'm not even at the level I want to be, but
Yet.
yeah, yet. Pero, hindi ako satisfied but I'm kontento na ako.
That's
Kasi
good. That's good.
I know that,
Sumahod ka na, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Yung salary mo, nakuha mo na.
yeah, like,
Mismo.
you know, syempre, it goes a long way, bro. Like, emotions are more important than money talaga. Yung feeling ng heart eh. And ito ba nga, so the funny thing is, diba, I had like 6 bracelets. But I had 2 bracelets na I don't give away kasi they were gifts.
Okay.
Talaga. So I had these 2 bracelets and then they were like, throw them to us, more. Sabi ko, wala na. Dude.
Hinatak nila?
Huh? No. So what they ended up saying was, T-shirt.
Oh,
like,
shit.
take off my T-shirt. No, so here's the thing, I'm not, I mean, syempre, I'm a big guy, so like, but like, usually I wear sando under my shirts. The one show I don't have a sando, dude, I would have thrown my shirt, man.
That was the moment.
That day. I would have thrown it.
If the crowd asks for your shirt, you
Gagawin mo
can't give the
talaga,
crowd the
oh.
shirt.
No. I'm not that wild.
Pero hindi, kahit kami, lalo na, ayun, man.
Hindi, pare.
Look at that shit.
Ikaw, ibabato mo ba yung t-shirt mo?
Hindi, man.
You wouldn't even throw it.
Hindi. Kasi
I would do as much as maybe throwing...
Mike? Hindi, joke lang.
Di bago.
Mamahalin ko si Uri. Battle, no?
Oh, shit! Hindi, pero gusto ko yun. Magbasa ng crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Beer. I wanna do that. I haven't done that yet, pero maybe pag malaking crowd and then medyo maganda yung
sa
vibe.
hype eh. Oh, yung
Yes,
hype ng crowd din eh.
Imagine you're performing for a dead crowd.
Just fucking wet them with the beer.
Dude, meron kaming performance na shoutout sa 70s Bistro. Nakaupo lahat ng tao doon, pero wild pa rin kami, man. Ako semi lang. Tapos naisip ko magbato nga rin ng pick. Tapos nagganap ko, usually kasi ganun
Maghanap ka ng crowd na...
may matic na, sir, pick mo! Ganun. Tapos pipitik ko sana yung pick ko, nalimutan ko, nga pala, hindi nga pala wild crowd to.
Matik mo, walang pumansin. Hindi kaya mapunta sa pulutan nila bigla.
Mababasa sila sa'yo, bro.
Propose ka pa, ano? Gitarist ng slow to, tarantado yan eh. Pinitikan ng pick yung pulutan namin sa 70s eh.
Cancel ka na agad, bro.
How do you guys party after toggle switch, right? After one good event, like how do you guys party?
Actually,
Taktapan ba?
we never really had celebration. I mean, syempre may mga lenient days off. Like, pero ako, like, for the most part, I just take those times off to rest and write.
Oh, okay.
But, for the most part, at the end of our tour, after the last show, dun kami nag-celebrate. Everyone got together. Parang family gathering lang.
Okay.
And I think, kasi we all have this mindset na we have to get the job done first.
Omsim.
Diba?
Yun
Professional.
yung importante.
Yun yung professional mindset.
Obviously.
Like, there was, I remember, every time I think about it, it was like, may video si Kobe na parang, so aren't you happy after, hindi siyang nakangiti. Sabi,
Oo, hindi siya celebrate
Are you
sa mga
happy?
wins niya.
after you know, you're up 1-0 in the finals, sabi niya, is the job done, diba? And I think that's the good thing sa circle namin, sa Toggle Switch, is that we'll celebrate once we reach a milestone.
That's how much of parang but that's how goal oriented toggle switch is.
Yes,
right?
correct.
You guys are after the yung resulta ng output. And then you always want that to be as precise, as perfect as it could be, right?
Imagine mo to, bro. Pagmamayabang ko ng konti
Go,
ang
go.
Toggle Switch.
Go, pare, go.
Isipin mo, we're from a state called Maryland.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Maryland?
No.
No, have you ever heard of Maryland, diba? But you've heard of California.
California.
You've heard of New York,
Yes.
diba? You've heard of pati Chicago, for sure, diba? But you never heard of Maryland. Dude, if I can be utmost honest talaga,
Yeah.
all the bands under Toggle Switch in Maryland are making power moves. Let me tell you why. Simonti, right? One of our, shout out Simonti, one of our,
Monty, mayonnaise.
huh?
No,
Yeah,
no.
so that's where their name came from.
Oh.
Simonti, like, of Mayo. So that's where their name is. But their spelling is Cimonti.
Oh. Okay.
And so Simonti, they're US-based artists,
Okay.
Okay.
and they don't sing Tagalog songs as much. But think of them kind of like mga tipong urban dub, parang ganun, like
Okay.
style na yan.
Heavy
Sign na
stuff.
sila sa Tower of Doom. They already have one EP out. They already have a couple songs in the works under Tower of Doom. Imagine mo, US-based artist na signed sa Tower of Doom, di ba?
Oh, God.
Okay, now moving forward, Pierce Abbey naman. Diba? Pierce Abbey, they actually released their first single after nung tour. Grabe yung traction ng first single nila. Then they just released the music video, I believe, kahapon or kanina, depending on the time difference. But they just released the music video. Ang lupet, sobrang lupet, 'di ba? And then next is David Reyeg, yung isang tropa namin sa New York. So he's a signed artist din under Toggle Switch, but he just received the deal for OC Records dito sa Pinas. US based to. US based.
Bakit? Bakit?
Kasi it's not even just about connections, but it's about
Yung talent and yung
talent and
willingness to keep on.
yes, bro, yung drive talaga namin.
Mismo.
And ako naman, I'm here. I just recorded.
Pero, I mean,
oh, diba?
kasi yung Toggle Switch parang more on US din yung teams.
Pero
yung team niya eh.
Pinoy artists, right?
Pinoy artists pa rin.
Okay.
Kahit pa paano, kahit sabihin
Pero
mo,
US based,
yeah, it doesn't matter where they're from.
Oh.
I mean,
Pero tayo na, shoutout sa Toggle Switch. You know,
yes, bro.
Shout out.
yung mga kwento na naririnig ko ngayon, tayo na saludo. Astig kayo,
Solid.
astig kayo.
diba? Like, and, you know, I know that we're all humble in Toggle Switch, but I have to shout my
Oo
guys
naman,
out,
man.
you know?
You gotta give credit when credit is due, right? So, hindi to pagmamayabang. It's just, you're just stating facts here. You're really proud about your group, yung mga fellow musicians na nakakatrabaho mo. You're really proud about that. There's nothing wrong about talking about it. You know, hindi yun pagmamayabang. So, well, I think
Safe na.
ito
safe
na. We could close this out. But before we do, maraming salamat.
Maraming
Bro.
salamat.
Kev,
Kuya.
thank you, man.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
pare.
bros.
Thank you,
I really enjoyed being
Astig.
here talaga.
Kita-kit sa US.
Pero, man,
Yes.
you know what?
Yes.
You have to experience a slow dough party.
Yeah.
So,
Ano yun?
it's yung mga
Ay,
after
ito.
parties ng mga banda namin. Hanggang kailan ka dito?
Oh, next Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
Kailan babalik?
July next year pa. Siguro.
Safe,
Hindi, yun na lang.
safe,
Sige,
yes,
if you have to leave that soon, when you come back, sisiguraduhin namin na magkakagig tayo parehas, pero we're gonna party.
Oh.
Hindi pwede.
Alright,
Your mom's watching,
Sige, sige.
Grabe to. I'm very disciplined. Everyone knows.
Alright, that's good.
Yan
That's
ang
good.
okay dyan.
Yeah.
At
But-
yun din, kailangan din namin ma-adapt yung aura mo dun sa bagay na...
Mismo, yung pagiging goal-oriented, disciplined, and
Yes.
we're working on that too. Pero, ayun nga, maraming salamat,
Yes,
man.
bro. Thank you guys then, man. I really enjoyed being here actually. Like,
Cheers.
parang hindi siya yung like too formal. Like, chill lang tayo.
Yes.
Fuck formal, man. Well, may mga gusto ka bang...
Batiin.
Wait,
Batiin or-
may mga comments, may mga shoutouts dyan. Tingnan natin.
Feeling ko dun sa Moodnight session, check natin.
Oh,
Nasa
sige.
slow do page. Dalawa, ano to eh, cross post to eh. Check natin.
While they're checking, check out Kevin Luna on Spotify, yung track yung Pangarap, and then abangan nyo din yung mga ilalabas niya. He's working on 5 songs that were recorded here in the Philippines, and then i-upload them soon on Spotify as singles. Not only on Spotify, all music
iTunes and
platforms.
stuff,
Yes,
Eh.
O yun, shoutout sa kina Austin, kina Papa Gil, kay CK, kay Sir Kicking Pig Queries, kay Mama. Oh, my mom is here. Say hi to mom.
Hello po.
Mom, oh, ang kukulit ng mga musik. And,
we got PayPal dito.
grabe. Uy, mama ko yun. And,
Joke lang po.
Kuya AJ, nice to see you here, bro. Dami natin di nakita. Yes, Lilybeth. Yes,
Tita
si
Lily.
Mama. So, ayun, thank you guys talaga for spending your night here with us talaga. It means a lot to me.
Cheers, guys.
Si Kicking Pig, sabi ko.
Kicking Pig.
Si Sir Reese.
What else? Like, what sa States, pagbalik mo, do you have any shows na pwedeng puntahan?
Yes, so,
Upcoming shows?
pagbalik ko sa US, in 2 weeks, I start sa Silent Sanctuary US tour. So, I'll be performing for the DMV, for New York, for Florida, for San Francisco, and for Los Angeles. So, you guys are there. Please come out and support. And yeah, yun lang, man.
Ayun na.
Yes. Thank
Maraming
you, brothers.
salamat,
Thank
Kev.
you, man. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it
much.
talaga.
Thank you so much, pare.
Thank you,
Ako
brother.
ulit si Inno Santos ng Slow Do at Godzilla vs. Tokyo.
Kevin Luna.
At ako si Wayo ng Slodo, and this was Blood,
Blood,
Sweat, Tears, Vomit. Good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Good night.